The Dallas Mavericks have lost yet again to the Denver Nuggets, 118-99, and it just keeps getting worse. In a game where Derrick Lively goes down with the ankle sprain in the first 4 minutes of the game, things looked pretty bleak in the first half as the Denver Nuggets scored 30-plus points in the first and second quarter, and there were very little to no adjustments in the second half. We allowed certain players out too long. We didn't go to certain players who probably could have helped this team. The Dallas Mavericks were completely outcoached and completely outmatched yet again in the second game against the Denver Nuggets in just a 3-day span. So in this video, we're going to break down the box score, take a look at what exactly happened, how could this game have gone differently if we went a different route, and how do we bounce back after this loss. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing your latest news on everything Mavericks related. And we're just going to go straight into this game because it was just absolutely horrible. Like I said, in the first 4 minutes of the game, Derrick Lively goes down with the ankle sprain. He goes up for a rebound. He comes down, his ankle twists. And at first, he looked fine. He didn't really fall and just stayed down. He was up and moving. We quickly put him to the bench. He's on the bench stretching. Then he goes to the locker room, and then they announce he's out for the rest of the night, which shouldn't be a problem. We got Daniel Gafford, we got Dwight Powell, and if we have to, sure, go ahead. Play small ball 5 with Maxi Kleber, and it just felt like nothing was going for us. The Denver Nuggets were going on a complete tear in the first half, dropping 36 points in the first quarter, 35 points in the second quarter. Jamal Murray having just a season high this evening. I'm not sure if it actually was a season high, but it felt like he just could not miss tonight. And I said in my video yesterday about Kyrie Irving and his possibility of coming back, I even said it. I think it's too soon to bring back Kyrie Irving in a game that obviously we need high intensity, high focus. We need excellent, perfect play. I don't think this was the right game for Kyrie to come back, and I do believe I was right. Kyrie Irving had a pretty bad game, an abysmal game, and obviously he may not be 100% healthy. He may not be 100% ready to go, and we understand that. If you're not healthy, you probably shouldn't play. But he decided to play. He shot a tour date. It was horrible. He shot 4 of 18. The rest of the team didn't shoot that much better. But we also had a coaching issue. Jason Kidd having the most insane lineups. Najee Marshall felt like he was gone for half the game. I don't remember the last time Spencer checked in after the second quarter. Klay Thompson, don't know where he went. And obviously a lot of these players were no-shows. PJ Washington had a very bad game yet again. Don't know what's going on with him. But there were some players who looked like, hey, if we went to them a little bit more, maybe we get more out of them. Like Najee Marshall, Quentin Grimes, who both looked very good in the fourth quarter, really, as the Dallas Mavericks were down by as much as 30 points. We were floating around 20 points, but we cut the lead down to 14 early in the fourth quarter. We were on a 10-2 run before the Denver Nuggets called a timeout. Thought everything was good. We could make a few adjustments and make a run for it. But nope, I didn't realize until halfway through the fourth quarter we were already in garbage time for the majority of the fourth quarter. We had none of our starters in, while the Denver Nuggets still had Jamal Murray, they still had Michael Porter Jr., and they still had Aaron Gordon as well as Christian Braun on the floor. So I have no idea what Jason Kidd's thought process was on how could we possibly salvage this game. And as far as defensive adjustments, I saw absolutely none out of the half. Like I said, Jamal Murray was on a heater tonight, finishing the game with 45 points. He had 30-plus points to finish the first half. And I thought, okay, other teams really do throw a lot of doubles at the Dallas Mavericks. They really try to scheme against Kyrie Irving and against Luka Doncic. Maybe we can flip the script on the Denver Nuggets. Maybe we throw doubles at Jamal Murray, do a full court press, switch from a zone to a man, or maybe switch from a man to a zone. Obviously, he was the one doing everything for the Denver Nuggets, and we allowed it to happen. We did not pressure the ball. We did not try to just force them to go to the line. Don't give them easy buckets. We did not chase them off the perimeter as they shot 13 of 29 from 3. They definitely looked like how we looked like on Sunday in the first 3 quarters, while the Dallas Mavericks looked like we were still in the fourth quarter of the game on Sunday. And if we just take a look at the box score, because this is really all we got to talk about tonight, PJ Washington, nowhere to be found. 5 points, 1 block, 2 steals, 4 assists, 8 rebounds, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 0 of 2 from 3, and 2 of 10 from the floor. The rebounding was great. 8 rebounds, you were the team high, cool, but 2 of 10, horrible. I don't know what's going on with PJ Washington. Maybe it's just the matchup against the Denver Nuggets. I don't know what it is. Not really seeing the guy that we all know who stands on business. And Najee Marshall, he had 22 minutes, but I feel like he got the majority of that in the fourth quarter. I don't know what happened to Najee Marshall. It was going into the fourth quarter, Najee Marshall only had 10 minutes logged. Very random, Jason Kidd, very random. But Najee Marshall finished with 11 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 0 of 2 from 3, but 5 of 8 from the floor. Shot one of the better shooters tonight. Let's just say that. And Derrick Lively, like I said, in the first 4 minutes, he got injured, and he was looking pretty good. He had 4 points, 1 block, no rebounds, no assists, was 2 or 3 from the floor. Currently don't have an update on if he's going to play tomorrow against the New Orleans Pelicans. We can hope, but we'll probably rest him and just bring him back for our next game. And Kyrie Irving, his first game back, playing 30 minutes, had 11 points, 1 block, 4 steals, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, was 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 0 of 3 from 3, and 4 of 18 from the floor. Absolutely abysmal. And I understand he's coming back from injury. He's not 100%. I know this. But like I said in my last video, I think we're bringing him back too early. I don't think the Denver Nuggets game was the right game to bring him back for. And obviously the New Orleans Pelicans, they've been looking a little bit better. But I felt like that would have been a better game for Kyrie. Give him an additional day to rest. Obviously, what we saw the Dallas Mavericks, what they had to do on Sunday against the Denver Nuggets was play with intensity, energy, just going at it with every single possession. That's how we had such a great lead on Sunday. But in tonight's game, there was no energy. There was no sense of urgency. And I'm not saying that the Dallas Mavericks are quitters, but that's what I got from this game, that they just gave up. They just said, hey, we lost. Go on to the next one. Don't worry about this. And I understand this loss doesn't mean that we're knocked out of playoff contention. It doesn't mean that our season's over. We can bounce back from it. This was honestly our worst game of the season by far, but it was just embarrassing to watch. And Kyrie Irving had a horrible, horrible game. Probably his worst game all season. And Klay Thompson, in 21 minutes, only had 8 points as opposed to his 25 points on Sunday. He had also 1 block and 3 rebounds, shooting 2 of 6 from 3 and 3 of 8 from the floor. Felt like we didn't really utilize Klay whatsoever, didn't set up anything for him. I feel like that's what a lot of people say about Klay during the game. We're not setting up plays for him. And I'd argue that last game Sunday, we were setting up plays for Klay. We were trying to get him involved. In tonight's game, don't know what happened. Didn't really see him much in the second half at all. And off the bench, Maxey in 18 minutes had 10 points, 3 assists, 1 rebound, was 2 of 4 from 3, and 4 of 7 from the floor. Yeah, he was able to hit 2 threes when he was wide open, but they were hunting down Maxey. They wanted those switches. They were scoring on him back to back to back. He was a minus 17, tied for the worst. He was tied for the worst plus minus for the team. Second worst plus minus. PJ was a minus 19, but I digress. Maxey Kleber, sure, look at the threes. Good game. Overall, horrible game. Omax looked pretty good in 14 minutes, had 10 points, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 assist, 2 rebounds, was 1 of 3 from 3, 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Got to work on that, but overall was 4 of 6 from the floor. Maybe we play more Omax. Maybe he needs more run outside of garbage time, Jason Kidd. Dwight Powell in 14 minutes gave you 1 point, 2 steals, 1 assist, and 2 rebounds. Daniel Gafford, who only played 19 minutes, was our leading scorer with 13 points, 1 block, 1 assist, 4 rebounds, was 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and 5 of 8 from the floor. And although Daniel Gafford struggled against their bigs, DeAndre Jordan could do whatever he wanted. We got to keep it in mind that Daniel Gafford is a undersized center. DeAndre Jordan, although he is a lot older, past his prime, is just bigger. It's just easier for him to bully down low. If Daniel Gafford's going to struggle against someone like Nikola Jokic, he's obviously going to struggle against someone like DeAndre Jordan and even Aaron Gordon down low. But all in all, 13 points was more than anybody else on the team, so I guess that's a bright spot, right? But he still struggled in his own area. Spencer Dinwiddie only played 20 minutes, but I felt like he didn't check in at all in the second half. Crazy to believe that I was actually missing Spencer Dinwiddie tonight. He only had 8 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, was 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 1 of 2 from 3, and 3 of 4 from the floor. Not sure what was going on with him tonight, as opposed from Sunday where he just kept shooting. Tonight, he decided to stop. And Quentin Grimes, in 27 minutes, had 10 points, 3 steals. He had 5 assists, 0 rebounds, but he was 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 of 6 from 3, and 3 of 8 from the floor. Was definitely looking pretty good in the fourth quarter as opposed to the majority of the game. It just wasn't enough. Brandon Williams in garbage time had 3 points, and Jaden Hardy in 20 minutes had 5 points, 4 turnovers, 1 steal, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 0 of 3 from 3, and 2 of 9 from the floor. All in all, this was an abysmal game by the Dallas Mavericks. I feel like the players on the floor could not find their rhythm, couldn't get any type of offense going for them. But I do believe that the number one culprit tonight was Jason Kidd. There was a small chance, a small moment in the fourth quarter when we did cut it to 14 points that, hey, maybe if we keep fighting, we could try to come back. They still have their starters on the floor. Our stars are on the bench. Maybe we throw in Spencer. Maybe we throw back PJ or we do something. But instead, we decide to just throw in the towel, concede, allow Jamal Murray to keep scoring in the fourth quarter, allow them to extend their lead. They eventually threw in their garbage time guys at the end of the game, and it didn't even matter. Jason Kidd had a horrible coaching game, was the absolute worst game he's coached all season. I understand he likes to allow the players to fix things and figure it out on the floor. That cannot be the case every single game. Sometimes you need to step in as a coach and you need to let them know that you are going to help them get to the finish line. It's not always the players' jobs to figure it out. You are the coach for a reason. You are there for a reason as a coach. Better timeouts need to happen. Challenge a play here or there. Even if you don't think we're going to win it, challenge it to give us a random time off so guys can get some rest. Do something instead of just sitting around and just watching the game like the rest of us. Horrible game from the Dallas Mavericks, but it's not the end of the world. They can bounce back tomorrow. We can try to get something going. We all knew that January was going to be a very, very rough month for the Dallas Mavericks. And all we can do is try to hang in there until Luka Doncic comes back, and we can try to salvage the rest of the season. As far as who stood on business, I can't even say Daniel Gafford did. He struggled. Can't even say Quentin Grimes or Najee Marshall did. To me, no one stood on business. But let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think someone stood on business, or do you think this was just a complete wash of a game? Let me know in the comment section. We can have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for making this far to the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing a giveaway every single month on this channel. Only way to enter our giveaways is to become a channel member of any tier. But until next time, y'all take care. Drink water. Peace.